What up, though? You already know how it goes. Smash, like, subscribe, comment. I don't care what you comment as long as you comment. I don't care where you shared it. Just share it. I appreciate all the love and support. I tell y'all every video, I appreciate all the donations too. Big boy donations coming from Vince X, the Solar, Cicilati Comrade. Thank you, man. He went back to back to back with big boy donations, the 50s and the 100s. Man, I appreciate you, brother. I'm glad you took a liking to me and gravitated and shot the money. Backdrop coming soon. I got one, but it came in pink, and I reached out to my sister how do you change the backdrop? Because she take pictures with the backdrops and stuff like that. She got the whole big boy equipment at her crib, but that's on the way. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate you. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about that, man. Big boy donation. Shout out Elmo Johnson. Thank you. Spliff. Thank you for the donations. KKK Howard Johnson. Hey, I know who you is now. I just thought about it. You Howard Johnson from cause your comment. You Howard Johnson from Marquette. Yeah. You really KKK or whatever you is, man. But you was a cool dude. We did a lot of financial transactions. You helped me make some money up in the joint. So I appreciate that, man. I said Spliff, I said Vince X, Elmo, Abby Original, Pretty Face, Ryan Rose. Thank all y'all for those donations, man. Y'all hard-earned money. Y'all sent it to me in good faith that I do the right thing with it and helping me out. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate all y'all brothers and sisters. I can't say it enough. Thank you for whatever you sent. I don't care if it was $1. I ain't got $1 sent yet, but even if it was just $1, it don't matter. It's whatever. I appreciate it. Let's jump right into this real quick. Let's jump right into it. I'm going to tell you the story about a blood, or a guy that joined the Bloods and his past caught up to him. That's why I tell people, if you got a sketchy past, anything in your past that might come out, and you know that it's a complete violation from your organization, that you have participated in something like this, you could be in danger, right? I tell y'all this all the time. If you got anything in your sheet, in your background, in your jacket that can catch up with you, stay away from gangs that's gonna violate you for it, okay? So this one guy, we're gonna call him K. I don't wanna say his real name, but because me and him cool, I knew him from back in the day when we was young. So he come to prison around 25, no, not 25, he about 22 years of age. He joined the Bloods gang. Now, he ain't never snitched on nobody, ratted nothing in jail or, you know, anything in his adulthood. But we were in juvenile, right? We were in juvenile, and he was 15 years old, and it was a guy that was 19 years old, or he was about to be 15, and the guy was 19 years old. He was an adult. He ended up manipulating him. We was in juvenile. I ain't juvenile. So he ended up manipulating K, and we're going to say his name, Courtney. Courtney ended up manipulating K into having sex. Yeah. So, anyway, he manipulated him into being the, what you call it, a top. He manipulated K into being a top to give it to him. And they was doing it over and over and over and over and over until they finally got caught. And then he admitted to everything. Like, yeah, he did this to me, he did that to me. So, I mean, that could make you a snitch. You know, you was 14 years old, almost 15. Could make you a snitch or whatever, but, you know, I don't know. That's on y'all to decipher. People who just super tough in the streets or make these type of decisions, who are rat and who not. So anyway, he told on them when they got caught, like, hey, we've been doing this for about 2 months. That's why we moved in the same room. So this is what happened. And it wasn't no denying it, because 2 staff members came to the door and caught them fornicating. One seen it, then snuck away, got the other guard, came back, and looked at the guy. Now, mind you, again, this is in juvenile. This is juvenile detention facility up in Saginaw. So, anyway, Courtney ends up discharging, but getting charged with CSC. So, 6, 7, 8, 9 years down the line, Kate come to prison, join the Bloods. He rocking out with the Bloods for about 2 years or so. And a guy who was at that facility with him in juvenile brought it up. He denied it adamantly. And the only reason he brought it up because K was on some super tough stuff, talking about he's super gangster and he done all this life since he was 13. And K was kind of gangster. So anyway, the dude that put it out in the ethers said, okay, he want to talk tough. He wrote his people in the world, told him to look up this case, told him to look up this guy name, number, and it came out. K told on him, and K was having sex with him willingly. Now, at 14 years old, you're able to say yes or no. There's no manipulating you into having sex, especially with the same sex. You know, it's no manipulating. You know better. So the Bloods end up getting the paperwork on him. So they playing so nice with him, feeding him, walking with him, exercising with him, everything. Never told him that this came out. All right, so it's a situation that happened. They say, the Bloods say, K, we need you to put in some work. When you go in the bathroom, pretend like you talking to dude. We're going to go in there behind you. We're going to pass you the knife if you don't say the right thing. So the dude that they set him up to stab, it's about to be a Blood. He didn't know that. They want him to put in the work. So anyway, they walk him in the bathroom. Blood's behind him. As he go in there with his back turned to talk to the dude, his own Blood homie punches him. The other guy pulls out a knife, the one that's about to be a Blood. He pulled out the knife and he stabbed him. All because of something that happened 6-7 years prior that you thought wasn't going to come out because it was in juvenile. So if you got a sketchy background and you know it, don't partake, because it could come out at any moment. People will go to the end of the world to prove you are not who you are, to assassinate your character, all because you want to be tough, all because you want to be a gangbanger. It makes you a target. So that's just a story to coincide with what I said when I said, don't join a gang if you got a sketchy background. That's what I did. I told y'all in the last video. Don't join a gang if you got a sketchy background, because it's going to come out. And then even in some religious organizations, you don't want to do it. Even if on one compound they allow it, that don't mean on the next compound they will. So you're going to always be a danger when you got a sketchy background. Your past will catch up to you. His own brothers set him up for defeat. Instead of just kicking him out, talking to him about it, telling him the reason why he got to go, they chose to make the worst example out of him because they don't like homosexuality within inside their groups. And make him look a certain way. After he got stabbed, other people came out that was in juvenile with him and said the same thing. Now they want to say it. That goes to show you in prison, people mind their own business and they don't get involved with things that they cannot prove because that could be deadly for you. That's just a quick story for y'all, man. Peace and blessings be to y'all. Big 5. Islam. What up, though? You already know how it goes. Smash, like, subscribe, comment. I don't care what you comment as long as you comment. You dig. Shout out to all my supporters. You already know I'm rocking with you. I'm going to have some merch coming real soon. I'm going to have some pullover face mask. You know, the ski mask. Do the shirts. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Y'all all give me great ideas, man. Keep dropping them down low. I'm reading the comments. Don't get me wrong. It might take me a minute, but I'm reading the comments. Let me know what y'all want to hear next, what video, and I'm going to drop it. Y'all slowed up on letting me know what y'all want to hear, what y'all want to know. So it's just leaving me with nothing but stories to tell. And I got a whole lot of them. I ain't even went in my bag yet. Told y'all some of the bug stuff I seen. So let's get into this video. Remember I told y'all in prison you mind your own business? This particular situation happened with a bounty hunter blood, the homie Mark, aka 4-1. Got nothing but love and mad respect for him. He a real one. But he got hit with some hot water before. Luckily, the water wasn't as hot as when first boiled. So, the homie Mark was messing with another blood named Dre. I believe his name was Dre. We just gonna call him Dre. Mark was messing with Dre. Dre kept talking about this particular homosexual every day. Like, damn, don't he look like a girl? Damn, man, I thought man, he look like a girl. He talking about him all the time. And Mark peeping is like, he a little bit too interested in him. So he started watching his body language. So when this particular homosexual, we gonna call Amber, walk past, Dre, a look at him. So he's following him. He was following his eyes every time. So weeks passed by. Mark's still watching him. When everybody sleep, I think there was a Ken Ross too. So there they didn't care about what time you woke up and take a shower. They didn't care. Other places you take a shower, you probably going to the hole if it's lockdown time. So he watching them go to the shower every night at the same time as this homosexual. So what he do is put one of his homeboys hip. This a bounty hunter. Then he put the Dre set was Pyru set. I believe it was Skyline. He put the Skylines in tune. Skyline Pyru. We put him in tune. We're like, hey, look, he going to the shower every time as this guy. And they noticing it. They go in there, and they happen to be in the same stall. So, but they were smoking. And they was real close smoking, like face to face. Damn near holding each other, whatever, right? That's what I'm told. Now, that's his excuse for going in to the shower with this guy, another shower stall, the same shower stall. Even that's kind of weird, right? Going to the same shower stall. Like usually you'll go in the next shower stall and just pass the blunt or pass the tobacco back and forth because you don't want to get implicated in anything like that. So they go talk to him behind Mark back and they tell him like, look, this who put us up on it. It looked weird. We not saying nothing because the dude was so feared or whatever and he was putting in work. They tell him. And Mark was in the right. 4-1 was in the right for letting them know and showing them. Completely in the right. But these two different blood sets. And I told you how people pick and choose. So they tell him. They go back to 4-1 and say, hey, we dealt with it. No charges being brought up against him. He had a valid excuse. He like, man, what? And everybody else like, what are you talking about? We clearly see this. But whatever, that's y'all set, that's y'all house. Now that he knows, which he wasn't supposed to know who told him, unless he was going to hold court. And then he got the right to face his accuser. So they go tell him, he boiled some hot water and throw it on him. And take off, lock up. He do the well, not really coward thing. I don't know what you want to call it, but he lock up, get off the compound. Now, 4-1, which being a savage that he is, he want everybody here who knew he was gonna do it and who told him. So all the Skylines is on the hook. Period. 4-1 started going crazy. Get two of them off the yard in the blind spot. He want the third and fourth guy. Beat the third guy up. Fourth guy lock up. They all off the yard. But that's why I was telling y'all. The cardinal rule is mind your business. Like they told me when I seen the situation with the white boy getting pressed out of his manhood. And I said, hey, I'm about to say something. He shouldn't be doing this in front of us. And plus it's weird anyway. They told me, Mo, mind your business. This is how old timers jail. The boy's white anyway. We have nothing to do with this. You're going to get violated. You're going to be doing thousands of laps if you intervene in what's going on. And looking back on it, I should have because they were all cool and they was gelling for a long time. That's why he told me that. Because that was his brother and he didn't look at him no certain type of, because that's all you got in prison is your homie. When you've been down 20, 30 years and your family don't want nothing to do with you or they all die, these are the only people that you got to love you. These are the only people you got that got your back. So they did that out of respect for, you know, their relationship. And they didn't want to be put in any awkward situations to have to go with their homeboy. Because I run across Moors that seen things like this going on and they said something. That was later on in my bit. They said something. So I had every right to say something. I had every right to say, hey, you can't be pressing this guy, his manhood out loud in front of me. I should have went and said something, used my face card and used that, you know, that young, aggressive Moorish American thing that I had going on for myself. But I didn't, because I listened to the words that my brothers told me and I respected it. But in hindsight, everything 2020, you dig what I'm talking about? So the situation with him, he get all these guys off the yard in one set. Now some tension. It's tension with him and other Bloods because some people felt that he was right, some people felt that he was wrong. But the stronger sets felt that he was right. So the politics played and they left it alone for the time being. For him doing the right thing, he got hot water through his face, but he wasn't disfigured or nothing like that. Just slight discoloration, slight warp of the pupil. You can see it kind of grayish. But outside of that, he was good. Thank God that he was good because he a real one. But you see how even doing the right thing, even following protocol, going to get witnesses before you accuse somebody of something, but depending on who that person is, they're going to pick and choose. If you're a killer, you're a stabber, you don't mind going to the hole, they're going to look at you a little differently and they're going to be a little bit less aggressive with you. But if you're a punk, they're going to try to make an example out of you. Now, if the guy that was doing these alleged homosexual acts was soft, white guy, they would have been looking to X him out anyway. Get him out the way, extort him. Hey, look, you violated. You can't be a blood no more. Instead of us stabbing you out, getting blooded out, pay us. They would have did that to him. But since it was him, they went and told him, hey, he was spreading this rumor on you. But it wasn't a rumor. It was the truth. He was going to shower with this guy every day for 3-4 days in a row. Then they get caught in the same stall with shirts off. One dude in his boxers, smoking. Everybody else, they don't go in the same. They pass it back and forth over the sour dividers. He did nothing wrong. But that's politics at its finest. Back to what I said once again. Mind your business. What another man do with his body is what he do with his body. Period.